Okay, so we're on to leg day here. Now this is going to be pretty tough. Take your time with this. If you can't do certain things, leave them out or just step back a little bit and just rethink what we're doing or contact me and I'll adjust it, okay? But otherwise we're going to incorporate some interval here. So interval training is a fantastic way of getting your heart rate up as well as getting extremely fit very fast and also burning an amazing amount of calories and keeping your metabolism high. So we're going to use the same principles as what we've done for the other exercises this week. So we've got our pyramid, we've got our drop set, we've got the burns, we've got the negatives, and then we're going to add in an interval called punches, okay? Air punches, or we use weights. Now one thing I just want to quickly enforce before we go to that is if you're going to use weights, okay? When you punch, do not fully lock your arm out, okay? You come just before lockout, just before. You can punch front ways, okay, sideways, above your head, in front, okay, lean forward and punch here, okay, so I'm still keeping your legs engaged, but anyway, I'm going to incorporate it in and you're going to see how hard this is. So, the reason I'm doing that is because you'll start to understand how you can implement all sorts of things into your training and make it work and keep challenging the body. Now, if you're solely hypertrophy, which is solely muscle building, don't do this, don't do the interval training side of things, okay? You don't have to, unless I've asked you to cut down in body fat before we actually do a rebuild. If we're just toning and losing weight, yeah, give it a bash. And you'll see, the interval training, there are so many different exercises, but I'm going to use a simple one, just in case you can't do some of the jumping moves or anything like that. But otherwise, yeah. Now, leg day I didn't mention, for people that have joint problems, and that is a little bit different to most people that can actually have free range of motion and have no joint problems. So people that may have had a knee op recently, it's going to be tough for them because they can't squat properly or whatever. There's nothing to say you can't pick exercises such as like isolation exercises and still work on your adductors, okay, on your glutes, on your groin area, on your quad, on your hamstring, on your calf muscles, without squatting or using a leg extension. So if you have got these issues, I should know about them already and I'll push you in the right direction and give you a different program. Okay, but otherwise, try and follow along on this one today. Right, so what we're going to do is, once again, I'm not going to show you the leg extension, but we're going to use the same principle we was before because I want to come back here and I want to show the interval style thing, and keep turning the camera around can be quite annoying for you, and you should by now know what I'm kind of talking about when I talk about pyramid, drop set, burns and all them sort of things. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to the leg extension. Okay, you're going to give me a standard set of pyramid at first. So 15, 15, okay, weights going up each time. Okay, 12, 10 to 12 reps. At the end of that, you can go straight to a drop set on the leg extension. Now, what I'm then going to do is after the drop set, you're then going to come to the floor, you're then going to stand, you're going to punch for 34 seconds after the drop set. After the drop set, you're going to go back to the leg extension and you're going to do some partials, which are small burns, okay, and then holds, and then you can come back to the floor again and you can punch again for 30 seconds. If you can't do 30 seconds, take it down to 15. If you can't do 15, okay, just keep going until you think you can just about manage that and keep going. Okay, so it's just a matter of just don't take yourself to full exhaustion at the moment. Your body's still adapting, it's still great, it's still, well, obviously it's still growing, but it's still adapting. I don't want to change it that much, okay? It's still early days really. I just want to give you a taster and show you what you can be doing and start to make you grow and start you to progress and lose weight. Okay, so all you're going to do is pyramid up. Then you go straight to your drop sets, which will be bad enough in the cardio system as it is. Come to the floor, punch, okay, punch, 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 however you want to punch, just don't lock them elbows out, go back and do the burns and partials. Straight after that, try to have no rest in between. You're going to go to the squat, okay, so we're going to do just standard 2 or 3 sets of standard squats in the rep range of 8 to maybe 12 or 15 reps, okay, so you're going to squat from here, just going to keep squatting, or if you're going past your rep range, add more weight, and then off the back of that, okay, you will have to add weight, so we're going to be doing drop sets, so you're going to, on the last set, you're going to hold some weight, and then from there, you're going to get as many as you can, then you're going to dump down the weight, Okay, and you're going to go down in the weight, but go straight back to the set again and rep it out again. Do this like 4 times round. At the back of that, you're going to stand there and you're going to punch. You're just going to punch for as long as you can. Okay, then you're going to go back and then you're going to do some partials and burns and some holds. So from the bottom part of the movement, you're only come halfway and you're just going to burn. It's going to burn, it's going to burn. Keep going until you can't, then come right to the top and just go down halfway. Okay, keep burning and then hold for as long as you can. And if you can do it after that, punch again. Okay, from there, you're then going to go to the standard lunge. You've already done all these moves, which is different training principles. Okay, so you're going to go to your lunge, and you're going to give me 2 or 3, your legs will be burning by now, you won't be able to stand it. Okay, 2 or 3 sets of, so if your legs are absolutely fried, take a bit of time, let them recover and stretch them. Okay, don't forget your warm up at the beginning as well. I didn't mention the warm up, so don't forget your 5-minute warm up and your stretching. Okay, I don't want to completely cook the legs too much. So it's up to you to be able to gauge, okay, to a point. If you're having trouble gauging, contact me and I'll kind of explain a bit better. In terms of, when I say gauging, I mean like thinking, am I doing enough or am I doing too much? Gauging is just a matter of, that's enough for a second. You know, I've got customers I train that will turn and go, I just can't. I just can't. Okay, that's cool, that's all right, that's fine. You know, it's cooked to a point, it's done. Okay, and then we give them a little bit of rest and we bring it back and it kind of starts again. So I'm just being quite intense in this particular one, just to show you kind of thing, how intense it can be, but so simple but super intense. So you're going to do your lunges, okay, then you're going to hold some weights, and then you're going to get, well, you're going to hold the weights and you're going to do your standard set of, say, 8 to 12 reps or 15 reps about twice, 3 times around. Then you're going to go to the drop set. Okay, so with the weights, you then down the weights and then you just go, so you've got a set of weights, okay, you're lunging, you finish, you can't do any more, so you put the weights down. Even if you can only do that once in terms of with body weight, that's fine. So if you fatigue off of the first drop set, just with body weight, go to the punches, okay? Then come back, lunge forward, and give me little movements, sorry, from the side, okay, on one leg, keep pushing back and then hold. So this is the burns, okay, don't come all the way back. So you're not going up like we did in the last leg workout, you're pushing back and then you just hold, trying to touch the leg like I am, okay? And just hold, good, and then go to the other leg, and at the end of that punch again. Okay. From there, you're going to hook yourself up onto a cable, a low cable. We're going to work on our ducts, it's going to isolate them. This is tough. You might think this is quite simple, but this is very tough. Because I'm going to hook this up now, 2 seconds. Okay. Sweep right across, fully controlled, and squeezing my duct to the outside here. Now, you're not going to pyramid up off of this. What you're going to do is, you're then going to bring it to here, put your foot down, it's still under tension, and punch. So you're going to give me at least 4 sets of about 12 to 15 reps on this. Or say, if you get to 8, fine, just maybe lower the weight again next time. Okay, hold, then when you fatigue, whoa, when you've finished the punching, sorry, come back and go again. Do that about 4 times. Spin round, go to the other side. After that, come to the floor. Wide stance squat, same principle, 2 or 3 sets, okay, 8 to 15 reps in that rep range, okay, good, just standard, and then we hold some weights, or you hold some weights on the first lot of sets, okay, if your body weight's not heavy enough, and then we do our drop set. So you're going back to the drop set here, because the body thinks you're not going to. Okay, so you're going to hold the weights maybe here, or to the shoulders, or hold a barbell, which I haven't really talked too much about yet, behind the back of the neck. If you do that, I want you to do this in a squat rack, okay? But otherwise, yeah, so hold the weights here, and just go for it. So you're on your first drop set, remember not to fully lock out the top and push the floor away at all times. And then when you fatigue, drop the weights down, and go again. If say you've only got a set of weights that when you fatigue, you put the weights down and you go again, and it's only your body weight, you've only done 2 drop sets, which is fine, that's enough. That's enough, okay? Because that's as far as your body can work to. So from there you go to your punches. After you punch for as long as you can, no more than 30 seconds at the moment, no, so that kind of contradicts itself, okay? Go back to the here, and you're going to go to the burn. So you come right to the bottom, then come up halfway. Then you're going to come right to the top, come down halfway, just burn, make sure you're not dropping or anything, and then hold, halfway there is, hold, oh, I can't do any more, okay, punch, 30 seconds, legs done, okay, now I'm going to spin it round to the calf muscles, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, so what I want you to do, okay, if you're in the gym, this is all about the gym, okay, I want you to find a calf raise machine. I haven't got a calf raise machine, I manipulate other things like Smith machines and that, and I'm not going to show you that because you wouldn't do that in the gym, okay, but otherwise you're just going to find a seated calf raise machine or a standing calf raise machine, and you're going to just do your standard, you know, like 3 or 2 to 3 sets, the 12 to 15, your legs and calves will already be warmed up. At the end of that, you're going to do your drop set, so you're just going to keep reducing the weight and going straight back onto the set, okay, and repping out as many times as you can, and then when you fatigue, go back to it. When you finish the drop set, you're then going to go to the floor and you're going to do your punches or have a set of dumbbells right between in front of you. You don't even need weights, okay? You can just use your hand, speed, as fast, harder. Okay, faster it is, the harder it is. And then you're going to come back and do some partials. So I'm going to show you on the step, and I'm also going to show you 2 different foot positions afterwards, which I want you to start to get to grips with. So I'm going to show you on the step, okay? Right, so I'm on the calf raise machine, okay? So I'm doing my standard 2 or 3 sets of say like 8 to 15 reps. I've finished that, okay, so now I'm going to go straight to my drop set. So I either wait a second and go use the weight I've just used, or I drop the weight straight away. So I've dropped the weight straight away, okay, and I just go again, and I squeeze and keep repping until I can't go no more, and I drop the weight again, okay, and I just keep going on that drop set. And at the end of that, you're going to give some partials, okay, which is from the bottom, sorry, forgot, okay, after the drop set, go and do your punching, okay, then come back to do the partials, and then the burns, and then go back to your interval, okay, the punching. So I'm going to show you, I've just done my punching, okay, so I've come back, and now do my partials, so I'm coming from the bottom and squeezing, and I go right to the top. Obviously I'm fatigued there, I can't do no more. I come right to the top, and I come halfway down, and I do the same there, and then I hold at the top. I hold, okay, they will be cooking. Now what I'm going to show you now is different foot positions. Okay, so after that you're just going to give me 2 sets of each of these without no punching or anything. Your heart rate will be through the roof anyway. So the first foot position is I want your toes pointing in, which will work the outside head, and then I want your toes pointing away from each other, which will work the inside head of the calf muscle. 2 sets of 8 to 15 reps on each, but you're going to do in conjunction with each other. So you're going to superset. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so first off I'm going to have my toes poking together. I come up, okay. If I'm going past my 15 rep range, I add weight to the machine. Okay, I squeeze, and when I fatigue there, I then put my heels together and I go straight to this. Okay, which is my heels together now, working my inside head of my calf muscle. Rest a little bit in between, stretch them out. Okay, stretch them, and then go again. And then go again. And then we're going to go to hamstrings. And let me explain hamstrings. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera. Okay, so I want you to find a hamstring machine, either a standing one or a laying down one. Okay, so I'm going to show you the hamstring standing, but otherwise apply everything we've done in terms of you're going to do your stand, because your legs should be really warm by now. You're going to do your standard 2 or 3 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Okay, no pyramid, you don't need to do the pyramid. If you want to do the pyramid, you can. It's not a massive issue. Okay, you're just going to confuse the muscle a little bit more. Then you're going to go to your drop set, and after your drop set, you're then going to go to the floor or wherever you're standing and punch, and you're going to go back and do some partials, and you're going to do your burns, and your holds. So you can do your partials, which are burns. Okay, and then you're going to hold. And you're going to repeat, hopefully repeat that maybe one more time round. Okay, so coming over here, I'm going to spin this round and show you. Down here. So I need to pull that down like that. Okay, cool, good. Okay, so hamstring standing machine, okay. So there, what I'm doing is I've got my knee, bottom part of my knee above the pad here. Okay, I'm leaning forward. There is a demonstration video on this. I'm leaning forward so I'm getting a full stretch in my hamstring. I curl up, just past 90 degrees, I squeeze my hamstring, my entire leg is in line, my foot isn't turning in or out, okay, in or out, although if you do that, it isolates certain parts of your hamstring, and we curl up and we squeeze, okay. So, let's turn you back round. Hello. Right, so, there, that'll be done, okay. Now, with the amount of times you do a drop set in terms of reps, if you get to the end of your partials or your burns and you feel like you can go again, do it again, okay? Do twice round on the drop sets and the burns. At the moment I suggest you do it once. Every time you do a new training principle, only kind of do it once to a point, okay? So, yeah, that's that. Set, that's done, okay? Wait there, 2 seconds, I need to adjust that. There, good, right. Okay, so we're now week 3. Now, next week you're going to start learning the system. So I'm going to turn this video off and I'm going to explain a little bit more in that one. But otherwise, yeah, hopefully you understood everything. If you didn't, contact me. If I missed something out or didn't make it clear enough, contact me and I will answer your questions. Okay, but otherwise, give this one a bash. Interval training is very hard. That was simple with the punching in terms of a simple move. If you look at the interval training section, you'll see how hard you could make it. Interval training moves are strength, cardio exercises, so you get the best of both. You'll grow muscle, you'll get strength from it, and you pushes your metabolism through the roof. Extremely hard. Okay, but otherwise, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.